Welcome back to the channel, everyone, or welcome if this is your first time finding the channel. Today we've got just a little bit of DC stuff to talk about here. We're going to talk about this article that Cosmic Book News came out with. Very interesting article, I thought, and I wanted to read it and go through it and give my thoughts on it. First off, there's not a lot of news coming out about the DCU. It's been a little bit quiet. Basically, the only news or anything they're talking about is how Superman has made $13 million in its first 10 days on HBO Max. And they're bragging this up like it's some big feat and, oh, this was such a good thing. But remember when Rebel Moon came out? It made $57 million in its first few days. Now, I get it. Rebel Moon didn't have a theatrical release. It was just on streaming. But they're as big as this Superman movie is, $13 million or 13 million views isn't very much. But let's get into this article. This is from Cosmic Book News, and they ran this article yesterday. And I thought it was hilarious. It says, James Gunn's DCU is all about himself, politics, and revenge on the right. If it wasn't clear from Creature Commandos, James Gunn now confirms his DCU is centered on himself, his politics, and his ongoing grudge against the right after being fired by Disney from Marvel. The handling of Creature Commandos, Superman, and Peacemaker Season 2 all make that point. Superman, Gunn's political take on the icon. Following Creature Commandos, Gunn's Superman stirred even more division. The film injected political undertones, presented a less super Superman, and rewrote his origin with a spin that felt closer to the Viltrumites from Invincible. Gunn called it artistic freedom, but it looked more like an intentional reworking for the sake of pushing his personal style and messaging. The animals are also more super than the humans. Peacemaker Season 2, Nazis and Ignorance. Now with Peacemaker Season 2, Gunn pushes the politics further. The story sends John Cena's Peacemaker into an alternate universe where everything seems perfect. His father isn't abusive, his brother is alive, and he has a love of his life, played by Gunn's wife, and he's the hero he never was. But the big reveal in Episode 6 is that in this perfect world, the Nazis won and control the United States. The detail Gunn emphasizes: no people of color appear in any of the alternate universe scenes until Episode 6 points it out. The episode ends with white people chasing after Danielle Brooks' character. The clear message: if you didn't notice, you must be racist. Gunn's own words. Speaking to GQ, Gunn made it clear the episode was about him doing whatever he wants. And this is what he said. The show delights me. I really do whatever I want with Peacemaker. And I mean, in one respect, I do whatever I want with anything because I'm able to make my own choices and I'm my own boss. But with Peacemaker, we really let it go. We take chances. We go to places where I think other people are afraid to go. We got a lot of pushback from various sources within the structure on this episode in particular. And we're like, let's not be bashful about this. Let's just do the story that we want to do, and I don't want to have to pull punches with it. He then dismissed criticism as racist backlash. And it's interesting because there hasn't been that sort of, I have a few racists that have called me polarizing, but I'm okay with being polarizing and letting racists fall to the wayside. People have loved this episode the most, so it's exciting. The pushback and disturbing content. While Gunn says fans love the Nazi Earth episode, the only actual pushback spotted online that I've seen had nothing to do with racist fans. Worth noting is that Nazis are socialists. Instead, it was about a shocking Lex Luthor moment suggesting DC characters rape each other in prison, possibly Killer Croc and Dr. Phosphorus. Still, Gunn gloated that he was cleared by both white and non-white friends, bragging that even test audiences didn't notice all the white extras until it was pointed out. His response: that was the point. It's also worth noting that Gunn allowed Nazi imagery to slip into Fortnite through the John Cena emote. Content Epic Games quickly pulled from its marketplace and is now investigating given the game's massive young audience. What's next for Gunn's DCU? While with Supergirl and Clayface on the way, Gunn's political agendas will likely continue to shape the DCU. He is also writing and directing Man of Tomorrow, teaming Superman with Lex. Based on his track record, fans should expect more of Gunn's personal expression, ego, and politics baked into the stories. Gunn has even admitted he relates more to Lex than Superman. So the real question is, who is Gunn's Man of Tomorrow? Odds are he'll write Lex as a stand-in for a reluctant conservative, with Superman cast as the enlightened voice dragging him toward so-called progress. So, that pretty much sums up everything that's going on with the DCU and James Gunn with this article. It's all what he wants to do. No one's telling him no. Sounds like people are warning him, maybe you shouldn't do this, and he doesn't have a care in the world. He wants to do what he wants to do, and he's going to do what Jimbo wants to do. Well, Jimbo, look at your numbers. You ain't winning the fans over. You're only winning your own fans over, and that's it. And I've tried to have discussions with people about this and about James Gunn's DCU, and you can't have a conversation with these people. If you don't like it, they come at you and attack you because you don't like what he's putting out. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. The more and more, I did enjoy Superman when I first saw it, the first couple times I saw it. But the more and more I see about it, and things that I notice about it, it's not super. It's not Superman. Tyler Hoechlin was a way better Superman than what we got in this movie. Superman, to me, that first episode of Superman and Lois, the pilot episode, when we're first introduced to that Superman, and he's saving everyone everywhere and everyone's looking up to him, that is the best Superman content we have had in years. And that whole show continued that. And I just wish we could get back to that form of Superman. This DCU Superman, I just don't think is it. And again, he's got to make everything sexual. He's got to make everything weird. He's got to make everything... Kids can't watch this. I mean, come on. This isn't the DC brand. It's not these characters. They're not making them mythological. And then he had an article where he came out and said, well, he might focus more on well-known characters instead of less-known characters because the audience knows the more known characters and the lesser known better. You think? Jimbo, why didn't you lead with that, buddy? Why'd you start with Creature Commandos? Why'd you start with Peacemaker, man? You should have started with Superman and the known characters. Instead of this crap. Nobody wants this. Yeah, people are enjoying it, but it's just they're enjoying it for the moment. It's not anything that sticks with you. It's not anything that gives you an emotional ride. It's not anything that wants you to be better. I saw a post the other day that was like, oh yeah, after watching James Gunn's Superman, I was happy and had a smile on my face and I enjoyed the movie. But after watching Man of Steel, it made me want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go for a run, work out, be better, help people, do all this. That's a difference in these movies. I mean, it just ain't it. It ain't landing. James Gunn was not the man for the job, and I don't think he's going to be around much longer. I think that's why he's just doing whatever he wants, because he knows he's on his way out the door once Warner Brothers sells to whoever's going to buy it. And we'll see what we get then. But that's about all I got for this DCU update. There wasn't a whole lot of news. Just wanted to talk about this article and a few things going on in the DCU. So with that being said, if you liked the video, if you stuck around this long, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos that I have coming out. Hope everybody has a great week, great weekend. God bless everybody. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate the support, and we'll see you on the next video.